All right, so we're doing a shortened version of the show. I'm Dale Hutchison. I'm the comedian in the show, and I was asked on. I got onto a show a comedy show in Lethbridge with a theme, so it was cool. Very short notice, but I did have one that I had written before, and it was appropriate to try about CFL football in Canada. Right? Nobody watches it except for people in Saskatchewan. They love that stuff, and they're crazy. But we do have two football teams in Alberta, and I had written something about it, so it was perfect for the show. First time I did it in Kelowna, not so perfect. It didn't go well at all, and so I rewrote this thing, and we're just gonna jump right into it next and get into the show. Like, it'll be this, then the show, and then I'll do some comments, and we'll actually keep a video under 10 minutes. So that'll be cool, right? But yeah, it was a surprise one. I took it, I did it, and it didn't I didn't think it went good, but it didn't go bad. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, I tried it, I had a good engagement, and yeah, you just have to watch it now, and that'll be the show. It's next. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. David Duke. I'm Dale Hutchison. I'm a shitty comedian from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. Canada. I'm probably a shitty Canadian too. What's rhyme? This could be the shittiest thing you've ever seen. You look pretty amped up about that. She's like, let's make it crazy. I haven't seen something shitty yet. Yeah, anyone like CFL football? Any watchers of Canadian Football League, out there? Should be. In Alberta, we got two teams, the Calgary Stampeders and the other one. It's it's up north, I know that. And they got a new name because for some reason it was, the team is doing too well. It was over marketed, and they had to get a new name. Anyone know the new name of the team? The Edmonton team? Elks. Someone say Elks? Oh, thank God. Thank God. That's a good name for a team in Edmonton, because you're likely to get an elk through your windshield out there, 100%. Get some elk horns installed in your chest, But yeah, I'm just glad at this point that they didn't pick Rough Riders for their team name. You guys are you all young or something? Did I just teleport to BC and I have to explain every sport joke? Yeah, there was back in the 80s when I grew up, there was two teams, Saskatchewan Rough Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders, and I'm not kidding, this is like a chunk of Canadian history right here that somehow has gone missing, right? They played against each other on television, the Rough Riders versus the Rough Riders. Who the fuck do you cheer for in this game? My God. I remember learning this in the Canadian education system, because I grew up in the 80s, and they teach you how to learn you how to read and write first, and then you start learning your sports teams. Hockey, long list of names, and then football. There's 8 of them. And my teacher wrote them all down on the board, and I looked at them, and I'm like, oh my God, 2 of these teams of like how many there is, they got the same name. They're both named Rough Riders. They're both named Rough Riders. And if no one has, pointed this out to Canada and the world, I'm gonna be fucking famous when I point this out. I just gotta get home and check with my dad that it's right. Because we didn't have Google back then. Right? So I go home to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, showed him a piece of paper, and I said, there's two teams, two Canadian football teams, both named Rough Riders. I said, that's two, I can't really express it as a fraction yet, because I'm not done learning my sport teams, and I haven't learned like math and science, but it's too many teams, Dad. There are like 5 members of my family, and we all have different names, so is this true, Dad? And my dad is like, well, son, anything east of Tabor is fucked. So, it's true. 2 teams have the same name. They're both named Rough Riders, and, life's not fair, son, and suck it up. And don't kiss your sister. My dad was a bit weird. It's like, take a close look at your brother and then decide if you want to kiss your sister. Anyways, that's my time for tonight, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so now you've watched the set. It started bad, at least I thought it did. Started bad, and I was dancing around, the renaming of the Eskimos to the Elks without saying why, but everyone knows why, and I had, some people intrigued, but they were just too young, and I felt it, I saw it, and I had to improvise. And if you look into why there was 2 teams in history, the Saskatchewan and the Ottawa team, there's a good reason for it. It's a nice thing, but it's a confusing part of Canadian history is that there's 2 football teams in the same league. Playing against each other with the same name. It makes no sense, but it actually happened in Canada, right? I don't know of any other country where this could happen. Just in mine in the 80s, and it's been forgotten. Like, these young guys don't know, so this is more of like a learning joke. And yeah, there was silence. I stayed on script, and I rewrote the end, and it ended. I couldn't ask for a better ending. I really thought it was a bomb, but it might be a classic. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm just building the video, but I'm super proud of it. It needs some work, but there might be a little potential in this bit. So, hope you enjoyed it, and that's the shortened version of the show. And I'm gonna see you up there on stage next time around. And thanks for watching, and subscribe. I need your support because I just had to go back to work as a plumber, and that hurt. So anyways, happy Canada Day. Talk to y'all soon. See you on the stage. Thank you.